Does he now claim that he is not interested in anything serious or committed with you after weeks and maybe even months of time and energy spent with one another dating? Hello, ladies. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I have had well over a week off from posting here on YouTube as I took a little vacation and I went to the United Kingdom. So that was very, very fun. I went to London and spent some much needed time away. So anyways, now I am back here to regularly posting and answering your questions that you send to me. So let's go ahead and dive into this topic. Okay, so let's elaborate a bit more into the whole situation. So she says, one, she met a guy, everything seemed to be great. There was a lot of sparks, romance, fate, passion. He seemed to really like her. She really liked him. They crossed paths and then crossed paths again and just felt like it was meant to be. So during a month span, she's calling him up, asking him out on dates, asking him to hang out. They're hanging out exclusively, they're hanging out intimately. And then in that month span, she connects with him physically and intimately. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, he claims he wants nothing serious. What happened? What happened to all of that romance and that spark that, he once felt? Was it all a lie? What went wrong? So let's unpack this here, okay? So first, let's take accountability that in the beginning, these roles have been reversed. We started it out on a foundation where she was the masculine and he was in the feminine receiver role. She's initiating the dates, initiating the calls, setting up, the dates and all of that, paying for the dates even. All of this coming forward and pursuing energy is masculine energy. So because of that and men being more forced into that passive role, he's going to be a little bit more confused and iffy on making a commitment. If he doesn't have to really earn his way in and setting up the dates for you and feeling like he's really, taking the lead on initiating this relationship. Okay, so you started off in opposite roles. Not something I would suggest, but it can be salvaged. You can be, it can be worked through. But here's the real mistake. Getting physically intimate way too soon. Something that I always say and try to remind you is that when men get too close too soon, they withdraw too far. So now in this situation where he's feeling like, I've scored with her. I've won the mating game. I've hit the goal that I wanted to hit with her. And, now what's left? It's only natural that he would be questioning if he does desire to have a committed relationship with you. Because men get into this sort of altered like state. It's kind of like it's like a drug effect when they're turned on sexually, right? Because being turned on sexually for men is in the lower centers of their hormonal system. So all of that sexual energy is sitting in their lower centers, and if it doesn't have a chance to literally come up into the heart centers, then he's going to be in this altered like state of feeling really turned on, but having no recognition of ever building up an emotional bond to you. So when men are sexually turned on and into that altered like turned on state, a relationship with you seems fantastic. It's kind of like a fantasy, right? But then that sexual tension is released and they're just stuck in those lower centers, and now there's nothing to connect with you on in the heart space. then that's when you start hearing, well, I don't know if I want a serious relationship, I just got out of one, I'm going through a lot, yada, all of these excuses that they tend to give now that they've scored. So that is why I keep reiterating to you ladies to not sleep with a man that you are dating. And in order to learn about the real attraction stages that both men and women go through, because we go through stages in the opposite direction, I have a whole lesson on this in my feminine dating course. So now that he's had this energy release and you're kind of feeling like stuck in this stuck state, this obsessive state with him, because now you're bonded to him through all of your hormones, through such an intimate physical act as nature does. Now you are questioning what does this mean? Where is this relationship going to end up now? So for men, in order for them to, bond to you in the heart space, they literally need to create new neural pathways with you that create these memories of all of the things that they are doing for you, right? All of the situations that you've created for them in order to use their testosterone, exert their physical force, make him feel like this almighty, powerful hero, problem solver in your life. And all of these things, he's going to literally create all of these memories in his brain that will cause him to bond to you. So, after some time of doing those things, he's going to literally like even say, oh, I did this for you, and remember when I did this for you, and I've been knowing you for so and so amount of time. And he's going to remember all of these reasons, these logical reasons as to why he is so emotionally invested into you. But you have to get him up to that, into those centers first before connecting in those lower centers. So if you really, really want to try to salvage whatever may be left with him, and possibly form a relationship with him, the best bet for you at this time is to give him that time and space. Because, at the end of the day, men, they don't want to hurt our feelings. You made the mistake of sleeping with him too soon, giving him what it is that he was after, and doing it far too soon. And you have to lay in that bed that you've made. And there is redemption in that with some help and guidance. But allow him that time and space to gain some clarity on whether he values whatever connection that he did build with you. But ultimately, just don't approach him with this sort of blaming and neediness kind of energy, which us women tend to do when we connect intimately and don't get the outcome that we are desiring. Because for us women, in order for us to lay down with a man, it's because we see them as a potential mate. We see them as a lifelong partner. But men don't need to see us as a lifelong partner in order for them to lay down with us. That's why they have to bond with you emotionally first before they lay down with you. So don't stop your life. And it may, give him however much time he needs. Every situation is different. But don't stop your life, and for sure, keep dating other men. You see these sort of girl power quotes where it says, show him what he's missing. Well, yes, show him that you have some emotional intelligence and you can be happy regardless of what he does or what he does not do, how he shows up to you or how he doesn't show up to you. You still have some emotional integrity inside of you And you can really exhibit that no matter the situation. And men really do truly value that. If you can be happy without all of these harsh expectations on him and trying to make him feel like he failed you, they really do truly look for and value that in us women. You know, consider it time for you and your self reflection and building your spiritual health, you know, questioning why you attracted him in the first place. What is it in you that is triggering all of these wounds, where you're becoming obsessive over him and trying to earn and win his love and trying to do these intimate acts in order to please and keep the guy. All of these things are just a sign of doing some more self-reflecting. And you can still do all of this internal healing work, all whilst, you know, still continuing on with your life and dating other men. And if you find yourself to be obsessing over him, delete him from social media. Don't watch what he's doing online or what he's not doing. You know, take a break from all of that, fast from it, because that's the only way that you're really going to be able to break those ties. It's a journey, and it might be a hard process and a hard time period of waiting. But if you are patient and if you are truly committed to breaking those spiritual ties that you have now created with him, there is healing and there is hope in that. Okay. And I'm always going to be on here and give it to you, ladies and men, real and raw. You know, I'm here to tell the truth. It would be more harmful for me to just come on here and, you know, victim blame and, you know, say that all men are bad, or, you know, he's a horrible person and there's nothing wrong with you and you're a queen. That would be so inauthentic for me to say, and that's not helpful in any way. So, my dear, you're already on the right track because you've already come to me for advice, and you're obviously very open to learning and hearing what it is in order to change the trajectory of the relationships that you keep attracting in your life. So I think you're already on the right track. And of course, if you need my help any further, please feel free to reach out. Send me an email. You know, I do offer one-on-one coaching. I have a feminine dating course available to you all right now, that you can purchase down in the bio if you are truly invested in your dating experiences and being able to attract the right kind of man who will value, provide, protect, and cherish you. Okay. So, ladies, I hope that you have found this to be very helpful. Make sure you leave a comment and a like and subscribe down below. Make sure you follow me on Instagram and TikTok. On Instagram, I share more of my personal life, you know, what's going on there. But yeah, follow me if that interests you. And until the next video, I will see you guys next time. Mwah.